Hey, what's going on, guys? Clifton Denny with On Your Own Outdoors. Hey guys, so just like always, it's the summertime, so we're here to knock out some product reviews. And the thing we've got for you today is the Millennium M300 tree seat. Coming in at 4 total pounds and then a weight rating of 300 pounds. What this thing is, guys, is this is a thing to hunt from the ground. So if you're gonna do a makeshift blind, you're gonna slip through the timber, try to find you a deadfall, something like that, set up on a tree behind it, that's when these things are extremely beneficial. If you've been following along with the channel, we've been doing some tree seats. We've still got a couple more to go in the next week or so, but we got a big push for me wanting to do some reviews over some tree seats, so I'm getting my hands on them right now. So again, guys, I picked this up down at Max Prairie Wings. They've got them in stock. You can also find them online on their website. But Millennium tree seats, one thing that I like about this thing before we even get started, y'all know how we do this. We do the pluses and the minuses of each product that I run through. One thing that I like about the Millennium tree seats is if you've ever used any Millennium products, they're all pretty much the same whenever it comes to the seat. They're super comfortable. They've got the mesh design. They've got a good back on them. They've got a good bottom that's got good curvature, and they breathe well. So number one, that is always going to be a plus anytime you do any Millennium product. It's got like a 20-inch wide seat. It does come with a little strap on the back so you can carry it. We're going to go over that in a minute. It's got the waterproof material that's exclusive to Millennium themselves. So anyways, guys, again, that is the M300 tree seat. Let's go ahead and get this thing going. Number one I'm going to talk about, because I talk about every product that does this, I really appreciate a company that the product comes put together whenever you go buy it. So Millennium, appreciate that. You go buy this, pick it up on the shelf at Max Prairie Wings or anywhere else that you decide to get it. It comes put together, no nuts, bolts, no nothing. Another big deal with this guy before we put it on a tree is if you'll notice a lot of the other tree seats that we do, they've got some kind of bolts, twist, something like that. This one does not have that. So there's no bolts, there's no nothing, there's nothing that's going to be able to rattle except for one thing, and what we're going to talk about right now. So this is the strap that obviously goes around your tree. It is just a pull strap. It's screwed in right here on the back side of these two bolts to keep it in the right spot so that you don't have to worry about that and figure out where at on here it's supposed to be sitting. But I wish that they'd have done more of a ratchet strap kind of thing. The only reason is, so if you end up with one of these, just know, get you some tape or something, wrap around this guy. So let's go ahead and talk about this thing. Number one, like it said, the waterproof material, as you can see here, just like all the other Millennium seats, it's kind of that mesh style, folds together. It looks just like a normal Millennium boat seat. On the back of it, the way that it straps to the tree, it's just got this little pull tab. However, important, the way it hooks there. So once it comes around, you just slide that dude back in itself, pull it tight. It screws in right here behind. Plus side about that is you don't have to worry about it slipping and that kind of thing while you're there. It's got two different spots for tree bites. You've got one down here on the bottom, one up here on the top, and both of those are on the back. So the next thing is, just like Millennium boat seats, up here on the top, you've got this little bungee strap. It kind of keeps it put together. There's not a whole bunch of rattling. So like I was talking about this guy right here, that's the only thing that makes any noise. So if I'm gonna hold that in my thumb, there's not anything. So the next thing that it talks about is the backpack strap. So it's got one strap over here on the back that you can use as a shoulder strap, throw it over your shoulder, continue on in the woods. If it was me, I would find a way to rig this up on top of my backpack. But all in all, pretty solid chair. What we're gonna do now is put it on the tree, see how it hangs, see how it sits. Millennium does beat this up in their packaging. This is not to be elevated, like 26 inches off the ground is all you need to do. It says when you start to put it on a tree, put it 6 inches higher than where you actually want that seat to settle at, because it's going to settle down. So in order to do so, we're going to leave this thing closed up, strapped together. All I'm going to do is unhook this guy, back it off a little bit. Let's go to the tree. Sure you get that thing snug. Once you get it snug, it says take both hands, push down on the top, applying as much pressure as you can, and what it does, it just puts that in an angle. You come over to the other side, let that little bungee go, seat folds down, and you have yourself a tree seat. Just like all the other Millennium chairs, I appreciate this thing on the side. It gives me a place to kind of rest my arms. It does have the 300-pound weight rating, but when comparing it to some of the other chairs, it's not as wide, but it is most certainly probably the most comfortable that I have sat in. Millennium seats are absolutely hard to beat when it comes to any stands or anything for that fact. I just really enjoy them. They're built well. My boat seats have lasted like 10 years. It's a home run whenever it comes to seating with Millennium, for sure. So let me go ahead and get this thing off the tree. We're gonna come up here, we're gonna talk about the pros, the minuses, and kind of run through this thing real quick. All right, guys, so whenever it comes to products, not all of them are gonna be a 15-minute video. Some of them are simple, short and sweet, and this Millennium tree seat is one of those. It is one of those things that I say all the time. Every product that I do is not a one-stop shop. It is not ever going to be an end-all be-all. Every bit of these things are a tool in your toolbox that can make you successful in that one instance where you decide that you need it. So running over this thing, number one, it bit to the tree way better than I thought it was going to. Don't mean that bad. I know a lot of guys don't like ratchet straps. I do, just because I can cinch them really, really good. Especially if it's something I'm going to be sitting on or hanging on. I like to have a ratchet strap, just makes me feel safe. However, with this and it not being high up in the tree, it being low on the ground, this strap does just fine. You need to make sure that you don't have any twist in it when you go around the tree. As you've seen there, set it up a little bit higher because you're going to shove that dude down to get that tree bite. But having the two different tree bites back here on the back made it super awesome. And the way that they designed them, being able to keep this thing at 4 pounds, is a home run. I do also like the fact there's no snaps, there's no nothing to keep it together. It's just a little bungee cord there. That keeps it silent, keeps it from making a lot of noise, keeps it from being really, really cumbersome whenever you go in there to get in the tree. Another plus side about the way that it folds up is it folds up even if this is still on the tree. So if you thought it was gonna rain tonight or leaves are dropping, it's gonna be a couple of days before you get back out. You don't wanna worry about messing up your chair. Having this gives you the availability to leave it on the tree, fold it up, hook that so you don't have to worry about it. Next thing we're going to talk about is the carrying strap. This is one thing that I wish that Millennium would have put a little bit more thought into. That's not a really, really solid carrying strap. However, there are all kinds of packs that you can buy nowadays where you can put something on it. And as you see, this is flat. So you could most certainly either take this side, run your bungee through it, or the front side and get that thing to hang on your pack. All in all, I think that this thing is great. It's going to be super comfortable if you've got one of those long day sits. You're on the edge of something where you can't put a ground blind in, but you can use some sage, you can use some buck brush to break up that silhouette, especially turkey hunting, deer hunting, even duck hunting. If you wanted to carry one and you're a guy that's got foot problems and you don't want to be on your feet the whole time, this is a great lightweight option for any of those situations. It works good. It's not real loud. The pull straps surprisingly work pretty well. I like the way that they've got the little hook system so you can hook it on so it's not looping over anything. I like doing a bunch of products right in a row that are basically the same because I love to see all these companies and their different ideas on what they think, like in this situation, a tree seat should be. So anyways, guys, that's all we got for y'all. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Go back to that homepage, hit the bell up top. That is the Millennium M300 tree seat. It's pretty nifty, guys. Anyways, guys, good hunting. We'll see you from a tree.